Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. So there's this viral couple on TikTok that everyone is talking about right now. Like, they're really trending, not just because they're a couple, but because they're a couple living with a disability. And let me tell you, if you ask me, this couple does look happy. They are happy, like they're joyous. I mean it, like I really do. Now here's where it gets messy. The sister recently came out to clear the air on some rumors that were being like going around. The sister to the disabled lady in the wheelchair. People are saying the baby is in the NICU because of these guys' condition, like it has been passed to the child. But the sister made it clear that no, the baby is only in the NICU because she was born premature. That's it, period. But still, there's a lot being said about this couple online. Some people are even calling them selfish for having a baby. And honestly, from what I see, this couple looks happy. They look capable. They seem like they're giving the baby the love and the care. Anyway, I'm gonna save my 2 cents. I'm gonna save my 2 cents for the end of this video. So make sure you watch every clip in this video that I've gathered for you guys. So let's watch this.
What the actual fuck are we really supposed to do with Antoine and Deja having a baby? Y'all know, and so Antoine and Deja are a couple. They bones break a lot. That's one of their main symptoms of their condition that they got. Just breaking bones, child. Bones just be breaking. But either or, they're in a wheelchair, got a lot of conditions or whatever, and they had a baby. And people are like, we need to call Child Protective Services on them because they dead fucking wrong for having a baby while they both had this disability. Because at the end of the day, the pregnancy was high risk, and the baby's more than likely going to have the disease or sickness or, that Antoine and Deja has. But I'm over here like, y'all seen fucking worse. Y'all seen normal people deliberately give babies that could have been normal horrible conditions because of how they've treated the baby during pregnancy. This is something that these two people were born with. They had no fucking choice. There's nothing they can do about it. All they want to do is experience parenthood. They're going to take care of the baby. They got the funds. Seem like they got the funds. They got the help. They got the care. You know what I'm saying? That baby gonna be fine. The simple fact that y'all we need to call child CPS. Y'all need to calm the fuck down. Half of y'all don't even take care of y'all fucking kids. Let's talk about that. Kids stupid as hell, dumb as hell, child. They say these kids don't pass. They don't know how to spell shit. Y'all talk about Antoine and Deja. Please leave those people alone.
Okay, so my sister told me not to make a video about this, not to even address it. But I'm not about to keep coming on TikTok on my For You page seeing videos about my niece. Let's start with the fact that she was born at 29 weeks, a micro preemie. That's why she's still in the NICU. It has nothing to do with the condition that she has. Then everybody calling them selfish really needs to reflect on what trauma your parents gave y'all, because my niece is good. She does physical therapy. She does everything she needs to do. She laughs. She moves around. She does everything she needs to do. Y'all see a clip of her arm and her leg while she's sleeping and swear y'all know something about her. Y'all don't know her. She's not on no pain medication. She's not suffering. She lives life like a regular baby. I don't know where y'all are getting these opinions and these feelings like y'all know her or something. Y'all don't. And you're wrong and ignorant. And stop. My sister has did nothing but been a loving mother. Antoine has did nothing but been a loving father to my niece. They make sure that little girl has someone with her every single day. Them nurses don't take care of my niece 24/7. My sister is there 12 plus hours a day taking care of my niece. Yes, she still has to be in the hospital, but that doesn't have nothing to do with her condition. And the fact that y'all are grown adult people taking time out y'all day making videos and commenting that they selfish and all this disgusting ignorant stuff on a page is ridiculous. That baby is loved, she's well supported, and she's well taken care of. So for anybody to be speaking on her, y'all weird. My niece was born to the best parents she could have possibly been born to. She was born to parents who understand her and who can advocate for what she needs. Y'all look at them in a wheelchair and think that they're mentally disabled. No, they have an able mind. They're fine. And they have support. They don't have to do this on their own. Just because y'all family abandoned y'all and y'all single moms and all that other stuff, they don't have that going over here. Everything is good over here. So before you decide to come up here and voice your opinion or comment on my niece's quality of life, which is great, and or my sister or her boyfriend, take a reflection on your home and make sure everything is okay there. Make sure you don't have no unpacked trauma that you need to unpack, because it looks like it's a lot of adults reflecting their problems with their parents on my sister.
I ain't gonna sit up here and say no word of a lie. Deja and Antoine then had their baby, and their baby have a disability. Now, here's my thing about it. So many of y'all are going around saying that they are selfish for reproducing, knowing that they had a bone condition. My thing about it is y'all worrying about the motherfucking wrong thing. Y'all ain't worrying about if the baby gonna have love. Y'all not worrying about the baby gonna have support. Y'all not worrying about his two fucking parents who love their child above earth and beyond. Y'all ain't worrying about that. Y'all got so much to fucking say, but I'm here to ask y'all. How selfish are y'all when it come down to your children? I want to know if you the fucking mother father of the year. I want to know, did you not deal with shit in a broken home from your motherfucking mom who left you traumatized? That's all I want to fucking know. Because some of y'all have so much to say about these people having that baby. My thing is this. One thing about this situation is that they have this disease. So they are both educated on how to take care of her and what it is to expect. Okay? And on top of that, when I saw that video of Antoine pouring affirmation, pouring life into his fucking child, that's all I needed to know. Y'all gotta understand, it doesn't matter if one stay at home. It matters that they have a fucking village. Some of y'all are grown, still stay at home with y'all parents, don't have no disability. Some of y'all still with no disability rely on y'all motherfucking parents. What makes them less normal than what the fuck you are? Now maybe they can't physically do everything that we could do, but at the same time, they have intelligence. They both can articulate a fucking conversation. So why are they selfish? My thing about it is, ain't we supposed to love everybody, God, creation, anything he created? So why can't they love their fucking child? And 9 times out of 10, in their head is a conscience that's saying, damn, we passed on this gene to our daughter. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got every fucking thing to say about loving, caring people, but y'all don't say nothing about motherfucking Shaquanda and Day over there, who got fucking 10 fucking kids apiece and unfit all the way around, and kids at this one house, fucking, we don't know, fuck foster care. And somebody even said something about they need to call CPS. CPS on what? The baby ain't even home yet. The baby in the hospital. Like, y'all are so judge fucking mental. There's a fucking shame. Y'all make the normal things unfucking fun. So you mean to tell me just because somebody is not as pleasing or aesthetically, or they can't do the physical things that you could do, they redeem them as being a bad parent, they redeem them as being selfish? Bitch, y'all need to go sit down on your knees and pray and get it the fucking together.
Deja and Antoine deciding to have a child, knowing that they both have osteogenesis imperfecta, to some may be morally wrong. It's the principle, but let's talk about it from a social work perspective. As social workers, we know that one of the core values of social work is respecting the dignity and the worth of the person. Now, that means that we will not always agree with the choices and decisions that our clients are making, but they have a right to do so. It's not illegal for them to make that choice. Now, for this case, if, let's say, I was a provider working with a couple like this who wanted to have a child, obviously, for some people, your first reaction is, hell no, why would you do that? But in a professional setting, you kind of want to explore that with the client. You want to kind of get their understanding of what they understand and why they want to do this. It's imperative to be empathetic and non-judgmental when having these discussions with your clients, because they can tell. They know when we're not vibing with something that they're trying to do. You would consult with other members of your team, other professionals, provide them with resources, have them in a counseling of some sort so that they can understand the impact of the child's life if they were to make this decision. Like I said, you can do everything perfectly and they're still going to make the decision that they choose and they feel is the best for their family, and they have every right to make that decision. Do you have to agree with it? No. But in a clinical setting, as social workers, it's not appropriate for us to be like, couldn't be me, I wouldn't be doing that. You want to have more inquisitive questionings, inquiring about, the intent, why they want to do this. If they really and truly fully understand the decision that they are trying to make is what you're trying to kind of figure out with them. Another thing too is, let's say you have one person in the couple who has a disability and one person who doesn't. That would be an opportunity to maybe ask the person with the disability if this is something they really do want to do, making sure that they're not being forced to do something that they don't want to do. But at the end of the day, dignity and worth of the person is the most important thing. We don't have to like the decisions they make, but we do support them and help them find the resources that they need. I know a lot of people have issues with the fact that they have caregivers and their child will also need a full-time caregiver. It is what it is. But, you know, they do have that right. And this is, guys, this is coming from a professional standpoint, okay? This is not my personal opinion. This is a professional opinion if we are looking at through the lenses of social workers. Keep that in mind when you comment.
So I want to speak on a situation that most people don't want to speak on, but I'm going to speak on it anyway because I've been watching for a very long time. And this is about Antoine and Deja. No offense, but I felt like you guys were very selfish when y'all gave birth to that baby. Knowing that both of y'all have a serious disability. And since the baby has been born, you guys, the baby has been in the hospital for over a year. That baby has more issues than the both of them put together. Now, I feel like, you know, once the baby do come home or they let the baby come home or be released from the hospital, now your caregiver will have to take care of 3 people with the same disability. And it's not fair. I think that was a selfish move with you guys. Like, why would you want to bring a baby into the world knowing y'all got some issues going on? Y'all can't walk. You can't barely hold your cell phone. How can you hold your baby? Like, make it make sense. I'm not bashing them. God say be fruitful. But in your situation, y'all should have used a condom or she should have got on some type of birth control because, yeah. That was a selfish move, and I just hate it for the baby. My prayers are with you guys.
Yes, the conversation about the couple in the wheelchair with the glass bones, Antoine and Deja, not having children or shouldn't be able to have children is absolutely eugenics. First of all, it's just fucking mean. She just had a baby. The baby's in the hospital, and y'all are being fucking mean. Ugh. Like that. Let's start there first. But the gist of it is, you're saying 2 disabled people who obviously live very full lives. If you follow their YouTube accounts, they live very full lives. They be running the town. They have a obviously very healthy sex life. They be hunching. A baby was produced from that hunching. They live very full lives. They have jobs. They're able to move around. They're able to be independent. And they had a child. But you're saying these 2 disabled people that live full lives and are able to determine their own destiny should not have a child because that child will come out disabled or has come out and is now disabled like them. What the fuck? Seriously? And you're arguing that it's not eugenics? It absolutely is. There are strangers on the internet who do not know these people, but you should know if you look at their content that they live very full and happy lives, saying they shouldn't have children because they have disabilities. Bring back shame. Y'all are being fucking mean.
Anybody else nosy like me and want to know how Deja and Antoine get pregnant? Y'all know the couple that both of them in the wheelchair because they got osteo, whatever, something like that. Them 2 little ones in the wheelchair that just had a baby. What, had a baby a year ago? Like, we know how babies get here, but I want to know how y'all get pregnant. Like, who was on who? I'm lost. And I see, you know, they answering everything but that. Now we see that, you know, it's trending right now. People talking about them being selfish for even bringing a baby into this world, and I can't agree more on that because y'all are 2 people in a wheelchair. Now y'all bring a baby that's 100% disabled that's also going to need care. So now it's 3 people in the house need care, and y'all just thought about y'all emotions. Y'all ain't even think about, like, oh, the quality of life for this child or anything like that. Like, quite selfish. But I'm still trying to figure out how we got here. Like, did Antoine get on top? Did Deja get on top? Was she backing that thing up? Like, where was the wheelchair? Where was the legs? Like, I ain't gonna lie, I'm that nosy.
Don't like what I say or not, but it was very selfish for Antoine and Deja to have that baby. It's not okay. It's not right. It's not right for that child. I understand everybody saying everybody deserve, you know, Somebody get a cat, get a dog. It's not. There's a lot of people that don't need one, but they need help. They need help their own self. For them to get a baby and give this baby the exact same trait that they have is very selfish. Sometimes it's okay to be like, no, it's not a good idea. And then this baby's already been in the hospital since the baby's been born because the predicament they just put for this child is not all right. And then they're on there talking about, we're looking for a house. You guys don't even have an apartment? And you gave this baby this predicament. You guys don't have a place. 3 wheelchairs?
Let's talk about this. Now, we've seen all the clips, the reactions, but before we wrap this up, I want to, share my honest thoughts on this. Listen, I really think it's unfair for people to be coming at this couple the way they are, just because of the born condition they were born with. Like, seriously, we are living in a time where we preach inclusion, we preach compassion, and yet when people actually live their lives in a way that challenges our assumptions, the internet turns into a courtroom, which is not okay. I know people are saying, oh, they shouldn't have had a baby, or they're being selfish, but let's really think about that. I've seen a whole lot of healthy, able-bodied parents with both arms and legs fully functioning, who still don't know how to properly love or take care of their children. Let's be real. Being able-bodied doesn't automatically make someone a good parent. Parent takes heart. It takes patience. It takes a commitment, not just physical strength. And from what I've seen of Antoine and Deja, they got it. They may be paying caretakers to take care of their baby, but if they're capable of paying that caretaker, it means that they're capable. They really look like, they're giving their baby the love and attention that child needs. They do look happy. They look present. And in short, they just look capable, Now, I've heard people say, well, they could have adopted, or they should have gone, the surrogacy route. Okay, let's break that down for a moment. First of all, surrogacy, that doesn't guarantee anything, because surrogacy doesn't erase the, genetics. If their genes, carry a disability, then there's still a chance that, the child could inherit it, even if it's carried by someone else, right? So that argument really doesn't hold up the way some people think it does. And it's not a foolproof plan, and it definitely doesn't guarantee a different outcome. And as for adoption, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think adoption was ever going to be a real option for them. Think about it. What adoption agency realistically would approve two people who are, wheelchair bound, living with a disability? Let's not pretend like there isn't a bias in the system. Let's not act like the world is as fair as we wish it was. Agencies look at physical capability and part of their decision making. So even if Antoine and Deja, I really love their names, they sound good together, if they wanted to adopt, the chances of them being approved very slim. I'm sure they thought about all that. I really believe they took it all into consideration. And at the end of the day, none of those options probably felt like possibilities to them. So they chose to move forward, to live their lives fully, to embrace what came with, their love. And that's included starting a family. And I respect that. I respect the courage it takes to love, to love out loud. Yeah, to start a family when you know the world is watching, waiting to criticize. But more than anything, I believe that they deserve to, like anybody else, if they are capable, and to me, they clearly are, then they deserve to experience the fullness of life that includes being parents. Yes, the child inherited the condition, and yes, I'm sure they were aware of that possibility, but guess what? That doesn't make them irresponsible. That makes them human. That makes them parents who are prepared to love that child. Regardless of what challenges come their way, they will live, with it. They will live through it. I'm sure they understand that. And honestly, who better to guide a child through life with this condition than two parents who've already navigated it themselves? I think the judgment says more about society that it does about them. I think the judgment says more about society than it does about them. People are too quick to call something wrong just because it makes them uncomfortable or doesn't fit their narrow view of what a family is supposed to look like. And I think it's time we let that go. If they're capable, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and yes, physically in their own way, then they deserve this. They deserve the right to raise a child, to love that child, and to build a family, live without, being constantly judged by people who don't know what it's like to walk or row a mile in their shoes. So yeah, I'm just saying people need to let this couple live, let them love, let them, be parents, let them be. But hey, that's just me. That's my 2 cents. I'm really curious to hear what you think about this. So drop your thoughts in the comment section down below. Let's talk about it respectively. Respectfully. Let me know what you think about this. Is society being harsh on this couple? Do you think people are projecting their own fears and biases? Whatever your thoughts are, I want to hear them. And as always, if you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and yeah. I'm going to be posting more content about couples, relationships, and all that. Yeah, so make sure you subscribe and turn on that notification. Most importantly, thanks for, pardon me for breathing, though I'm breathing. I'm from the gym. So, yeah, I'm sure you understand. Yeah, I'll see you in my next video. Please stay peaceful.